July 11th. This is SD community meeting. Let me open up the agenda and share with everybody. So 2 weeks ago, we canceled the meeting because of KubeCon. Thanks everybody for bearing with us. And the KubeCon went really well. I think, hold on, my entire screen application window. Share. And starting from this meeting on, we're gonna use Hangout instead of Zoom. Present now. Could you see my screen? I'm presenting to everyone. It says present now. Hold on. Chrome Tech. All right. Here we go. So the first item I had on there is we have 2 SCD related talks in the KubeCon Shanghai. Jingyi gave a talk on SCD Raft consensus implementation. The room was exploded. It's very, very good talk, and we have the video. If anybody is interested, you can go on and take a look. We have another talk. Me and Jingyi gave another talk about SCD metrics. Unfortunately, the video they uploaded is not our talk. So I'm gonna correct that and upload the link later. Xiang, we met Xiang there. Xiang gave several talks on cloud, like broader cloud related stuff, which are pretty nice too. Yeah, it was pretty nice. And now we're gonna start to talk about the item we listed from the agenda. Gilho, do you want to talk about the client balancer fix?
Yeah, this is the like a long pending issue. Like we've been blocking upstream for like more than like 6 months. So like me and Jingyi and GRPC team had a meeting. I remember like 2 weeks ago, and they had really good like proposal to using the new GRPC. I mean latest GRPC version with the credential bundle. So like we're gonna like try that solution and then see if it works, and then I'll keep you guys posted in that. Like maybe I create a new issue.
Do you have a temporary timeline for this?
Well, like I just know like what to do, but I haven't figured out like how long would it take. Like shouldn't be take too long.
Yeah, the reason we want to know is because it's related to the release plan. So it's just whenever you feel like you have a better idea, you can discuss.
Yeah, sure. So I will keep you posted through the GitHub. So like I know like whenever we upgrade the GRPC, we have even more flaky tests in CI. So now I think we need more than a month before we cut the release candidate.
Okay. You mean need a month after we bump up the GRPC version, which has your implementation of the fix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say let's say like 1 month, including the GRPC bump up, and then like working on the like all the implementation around like client library.
See.
I want to help you on that too. So if we could touch base, maybe meeting, anything I can do to help there, I'd like to get involved.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I will follow up with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks. All right. So yeah, the next big item is that we need to have a concrete release plan for version 3.4. So far as we know, all the big features are done: concurrent read, SCD learner.
Yeah.
And is there any other features that I forgot I have still pending?
Do you guys have like a performance numbers or like throughput measurements based on the underneath hardware or infrastructure?
No, yeah, we're gonna do some performance test after we do the release candidate.
Okay, actually, my name is Wagish. Wenzia invited me, and I think this is my first meeting with you guys.
Mhm.
Meeting you all, nice meeting you all. It's very
Welcome.
nice. So, but my experience with TTCD was almost like 2.5, 3 years back. At that time in Apple, I was working on etcd with relay for a networking infrastructure, and we had integrated with Elasticsearch, and we did see like a lot of issues when we were trying to upgrade RFD, like RFD only kind of thing, or etcd versions. But there was at that time I used to send emails to Brandon Phillip, if you guys remember. So I don't know because I was not knowing about all this community forum, those kind of stuff and all. Now, like after she sent me an email, I'm just like this one. I'm still coming to speed to see what all the new things that have been happened in this space, those kind of things. So, is this the right place for if I want to send some questions or some things? Is this the right forum? If I get addressed to with you,
You mean if I have issues on SED?
issues or even related
Questions?
questions, like
Yeah.
looking at those kind of things, documents, because I'm trying to come to speed with the latest changes, say from last 2.5, 3 years, what has happened. So those kind of stuff and all, and even like certain applications, what new applications have been developed on top of this. So those kind of stuff. Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
Well, welcome. Yeah, it's kind of multi-channel. If you have a specific issue, opening issues on GitHub itself is probably the best way to get attention. If you have specific topics, always feel free to recommend them for the agenda for a meeting.
Okay.
And yeah, if you have issues, we have a mailing list that you can always ask questions on to try and get a response there. And then on the Kubernetes Slack, we have an etcd dev channel if you want to do direct chat. That's always a good place to
Oh,
put
great.
on.
Okay, great. Okay.
So I think we should go back to the original topic. So I think I know like recently we have a lot of changes going into the Raft package, like a Jingy. Like, do you think it should be stable by the time we release the 3.4?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
So they're
Oh, the
you're
RAF
saying
package
that
changes?
Yeah, yeah. Like,
would the RAF changes be stable by the time we release 3.4?
Rough changes. I mean, it was the guy from RocksDB was doing all the work. I don't think they're doing any changes affecting etcd yet. We should
Okay.
sync up with him.
How far along are they?
I think initially they did some mechanical changes to refactor the code, but they also introduced something new, but I don't think they're affecting etcd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And are they mostly done with coding at this point? Or?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's sync with them and see how much more code they're planning to push.
Yeah. So would you sync with someone?
Yeah, okay.
All right. What was that? Rocket?
They just say RAF changes.
Yeah.
And then how about the feature free state by the end of July?
Feature freeze by the end of July. That's let's give it. Oops.
Like, because I think we need some changes in the client balancer.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think we should also try and kind of start a slush and try and discourage many other changes besides the balancer coming in as we get close to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's give a date, say July 26th, July 30th.
Okay.
Do we like
Okay.
Friday, or it doesn't matter which day it is? 31st.
Yeah.
All right, and then give it another month for bug fix close.
Yeah, all the like maintenance work, like bug fixes and then like CI test.
Guo, last time, how long did you run like the functional tester for? Like how much soak time do we need for that?
Last time we ran like month.
Okay.
Also And also like we run the KubeMark, but it was all like a manual process.
Okay, yeah, we want to do downstream testing as well, so that's something we'll help with.
Okay. Yeah, because we need the GCP account to run the KubeMark, right?
Yeah, we got a KubeMark run on this after the fully concurrent reads change was in. Joycheck ran one for us there, and that was really good. The data was like they were in a bunch of regressions at the time because of the 1.15 release stuff, and it zeroed out all of those. So it was a fairly substantial boost. But we'll see if we can get another one with the actual release code.
Okay, sounds good.
So, so on SED side, we'll have the functional testing.
Yeah, so functional testing we'll want to get started at the beginning of the month, as close as we can.
August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we feel that we're close to stable, we should start kicking that off.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And then the
downstream.
KubeMark.
Yeah, KubeMark downstream Kubernetes testing.
Do we have owner for the functional testing?
I can help you like I can help you write the script to run it, but maybe we need the Google infrastructure to run it, right?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we can touch base with us.
Yeah.
When do you want
So
to
all
get
these
started?
like
I can work with you on that.
Okay.
And then the KubeMark test. So we're gonna be the contact point for that.
You can put me.
Great.
downstream testing, functional testing.
We need an owner for the KubeMark test.
Kuko just volunteered.
Oh, you are talking about that one. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. I will
All right,
reach
thank
out
you.
to like.
Wojciech.
Yeah.
And is that all? Is there anything else that we didn't? And the release process, Gyoho and Jinyi, you guys are gonna.
Oh, those was
sync on
copied
that,
from
right?
last time, right?
Yeah, those are copied from last time.
Yeah, I'll sync up with Jingy.
Okay,
Great.
so that's for this.
So we have our big dates now, it sounds like. Great.
Yep, and then milestone cleanup and rough change. Jinyi gonna.
Yeah.
All right. So those dates are set, right? Feature freeze date, July 31st, bug fix close date, August 31st. And then we give like about 1 day for the release build. And then the test would take 1 month.
Yeah, we're gonna give ourselves about a month for testing. There might be some bug fixes that come in during that period.
Okay. So do we have an estimated release date?
I would just say the end of the next month.
Next month.
Yeah, so
September.
do one at the end of July, one at the end of August.
Right.
That sounds pretty safe.
Great.
All right. So we'll get an email out about that so everybody can have the dates written down somewhere.
Yeah.
And currently, do you guys use like a specific load balancer for the etcd, or like the open source like Nginx or something, or is it like a?
So the etcd load balancers, it's a little bit aware of what's going on in the cluster, and so it can route a little more intelligently than just naively hitting endpoints. So that's what we mean when we say the client-side load balancer.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right, if we're done with the release plan, we're going to the next topic, Sandeep.
Yep. Hey everyone, it's great to see a lot of familiar faces here after a long time.
We can't really see your face though.
I know it's pretty.
There we go. There you are.
Got to move it. It's like a signal. You got to move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I wanted to put this PR, for everyone's attention, mainly for the folks, part of the HCDIO maintainers GitHub group. The good news is, we got a mailing list dedicated to HCD security from the CNC app. So, there's an issue related to this PR, and we require these security processes and disclosure to graduate from incubation. And in general, to handle the security issues as well, right? Any vulnerabilities. So basically, the PR, the bunch of files there, it shows the processes. I borrowed heavily from the Kubernetes processes, which is already out there.
That's great.
Yep. So it's basically when to report, when not to report vulnerabilities, and how we handle it, right? And our team. So Brandon really wanted that everybody in the maintenance GitHub group take a look and see if they have any suggestions, or
Okay.
it looks good, right? Kind of.
Okay.
So it's been there for some time now, so I thought I'll just bring it up in this meeting.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll read it over.
Okay. Yep, that's perfect. Then yeah, that's all I wanted to mention.
Thank you very much. Very
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks for getting this organized. It's really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Sam, I guess we've got the config flag.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. So I know that there's various parties interested in this, getting this merged. And before we did that, I just wanted to kind of put the brakes on a little bit and just kind of talk about this. I mean, my initial concern is just abuse of the flag. It's just going to make things quote unquote easier for certain situations, and it will end up becoming kind of a standard depending on where it's implemented. But I guess as far as the problem itself, I don't really have there's no simple way to reproduce this. So I was wondering if there's any environment or any way that basically I want to try to resolve this without adding this flag, and just having some trouble reproducing the network environment. And I just want to get general feelings on adding this to 3.4.
Do we have, let's see.
Yeah. So I think this happens when each node has its own a certificate, with the one a send entry. So let's say you have an instance ABC, and the instance A would have a send field A but not B. Is that the case? What is their use case? If anybody remembers.
Yeah, so I think the main motivating use case was where when the certificates were created, the IP addresses weren't yet known.
Okay.
Right.
I think that was the main one. Wendy, do you remember more details on this?
But I know his PR is trying to disable the a send subject alternative name a check. So I think in FCD when we given a send field, we do the reverse lookup and then just trying to match those IP with the remote IP. But if he fetched from the DNS doesn't match with the remote IP, we just reject those TLS connection.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are cases where the IP from SD changes over time, and then the originally created cert would not work anymore.
Yeah, I'm looking at the issue, trying to see if it actually gives a really concrete example.
I know there are some there are better issues that I've seen in the community. Let me stop the sharing, and then I'll get back the sharing very soon. I have those somewhere.
Yeah, because I think I mean I do agree with Sam's point. this kind of, it explains kind of some good conditions, but it doesn't really explain like if you went onto, you know, a particular cloud or a particular piece of infrastructure, like how would you actually get this to happen? And I think a concrete example might be really helpful, both to reproduce it so you could try alternatives, and then also to try and like understand if like maybe there was an easier way to do this.
Right.
Yeah. Can we ask him to give us more like concrete use case?
Yeah, and I'll add this to other issues from previous SCD open issues. They're basically the same thing, same scenario, or similar. Yeah. Sam, if needed, maybe we can get together and ask Martin to join us and talk about the
Sure.
race scenario.
I think that'd be great. I mean, I think we just need to talk about this, and I don't think that we should be in a rush to do this until that we're all kind of on the same page. And I just would hate to see this go in and then, you know,
Opens another can of worms.
and then have, you know, I don't know. I think if we could take our time and have a conversation, that'd be great. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, has anybody seen prior art of this in like a different system? I'm trying to think of like, is this, I'm just trying to think of how other systems deal with this class of problems or why it's showing up. Okay, I'll try and add some comments too and see if we can get more answers.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Thanks for bringing it up. I know Jordan had some interest, so I'll check with him too.
All right. Do we have anything else? If not, the next meeting would be in 2 weeks, because this one was delayed.
Could I ask a question?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm just curious on the longer term roadmap, if anyone has any plans to make the etcd setup and automation more automatic. So for example, like actually, I know if you're running Kubernetes, there's like an etcd operator that you can use to set up another etcd, but for the first etcd itself, like to make it so you can just add and remove hosts and have it automatically cluster together. That's something someone's interested in working on for core?
It might be worth, there's a couple things out there. There's like a etcd admin or etcd managers tools, which are kind of, I mean, they're not built into core, but they're out there. Have you looked at those already? Are they insufficient?
I don't know that one that you've talked about specifically. If you can post a link, I'm happy to look.
Okay.
I've been working on this sort of on and off, but not with as much internal knowledge of etcd as I'd like for the thing that I work on. And it just sort of always felt like something that would be awesome in core, because then you wouldn't have to like do this sort of manual setup of etcd, which I think would be valuable.
So you're telling bringing up the clusters and everything automatically, say within GCP cluster? Or...
Yeah, I mean like the sort of way that I think is
like the Kubernetes cluster comes up like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about Kubernetes at all, but I mean, even if you do care about Kubernetes, that first etcd cluster has to somehow get set up. Mm-hmm. And so I work on this MGMT thing, and we have built in an automatic clustering algorithm. It's not perfect, but it's sort of close. And I feel like with the smart people that know the etcd internals better, it could be changed or moved upstream or made into something that the Cube and everyone else using etcd can benefit from.
Sounds great.
I don't know if anyone is interested or if someone can help with this or.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe a good place to start with this one would be just open an issue kind of with your general question, maybe some pointers to some of the things you've got going, and maybe we could just jump on there and give you links to the status of things that are there and start just talking through, you know, where we think the gaps are, what could be improved, compare that with what's out there. and just kind of collaborate that way.
Yes, that would also make sense. In that way, we'll also get a better.
And then maybe if that either goes really well or stalls out, we could also, like, on another community meeting, dive through it. I know some people have had pretty good luck with etcd manager. I know that there are some ways to have etcd kind of use DNS to help itself configure, but I'm not totally, like, I haven't used those in depth, so there might be gaps there that are totally valid. I'd be really interested in like more details on the system that you've been thinking about and seeing how that works.
Okay. You want me to CC you on the GitHub issue?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm JP Betts. I'd love to hear about it. And I'll pull in some of the guys that worked on etcd manager and stuff like that too, and hopefully they can jump on and give thoughts. Really interesting.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm writing down on the agenda.
Okay,
But I don't have
great. Thank you.
but I don't have your GitHub handle. If you could update yours, that'd be great.
Cool idea.
Got it.
Great. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Thank you so much. And thanks for switching to Google Hangouts, because now we can actually join.
Yay.
Yes, that is better.
I think it was good timing because, like, with the big Zoom thing that happened, so I guess it was insightful of you.
Yes, everybody go update your Zoom or uninstall it or do something or read about the vulnerability. It's really bad.
And even if you keep, like, just posting the videos, like, I've been watching the YouTube videos for a while, so I know there's only like 4 viewers, but, like, I think it's cool, so keep it up.
All right,
Great. Thank you.
I haven't uploaded the last
Thank
one,
you.
but yeah, I will. All right, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a nice time. Thank you. Nice meeting you guys.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye.
Nice meeting you too, Barry.